Hi there, thanks for tuning in. I'm Daniel Patterson. This is everything that's going on in your neighbourhood for the month of June. Well, we've completed our first month of winter, most importantly the end of the financial year as well. So let's drill down and see how our core markets performed over the past month. So what I want to do is I want to drill down and have a look at Drummoyne first. Now, traditionally, over the course of every month in 2021, Drummoyne's been tracking anywhere between sort of 15 to 20 sales. What we've noticed in June is it had a really strong month in the sense that there was actually 28 transactions in that marketplace. Now, this is quite a phenomenal amount of property turning over considering that the low level of stock that's available in the marketplace. Now, the most expensive property to trade in that market was 2 of 96 St George's Crescent, which was sold by Tim Wheeland and Jack Hughes. Now, that property is actually the most expensive apartment sale in Drummoyne for 2021, and it traded for an undisclosed amount well above $4 million. Now let's shift over to 2046. 2046 has had a vast number of transactions also. Now, just winding back, over the past sort of 6 months, what we've noticed or seen there is that there's anywhere between sort of 30 to 35 transactions happening normally. Remarkably, in the month of June, that core market actually had 45 properties trade. Now, the most expensive sale in that core market area was actually a property which myself and Alexander sold, number 37 Burnell Street, Russell Lee. Now, this was quite a unique offering. It was 626 square metres on the Bay Run, and the home was quite an original property which hadn't been touched for a number of years. We had a really competitive auction, 13 people registered, and the property sold under the hammer for $6,715,000. Now, what's also really interesting is that's a very similar price per square meterage as opposed to the property that we sold in the month previous, which was number 25 Burnell Street, which was 815 square metres, and that one traded under the hammer in a really competitive auction for $9 million. So let's switch over to 2137 finally. Now, that area alone has normally been tracking quite similar to 2046. Now, there's always a vast number of properties available, but most importantly, they're all trading and transacting. What was really interesting is that area there actually traded only 35 homes, which was actually a lot less than what was traditionally seen throughout the 2021 period. And that was probably just due to a sheer lack of stock. But what we're noticing is there's still quite a strong buyer demand in that area for properties, anywhere from apartments all the way up to houses. Now, the most expensive home to actually trade there was number 12 Bell Street in Concord. That property sold for $2,715,000, which was a freestanding home, really well received from the marketplace. Now, just a little bit of commentary on the market. So, as we're aware, we're in lockdown. So what that means for real estate agents is we can still do one-on-one appointments. However, we can't do open homes, and most importantly, auctions are being cancelled. Auctions are now being switched to the online space, which is exactly what we were doing this time last year. And with regards to open homes, unfortunately, the way in which we can only show properties is by doing one-on-one appointments with buyers. Now, quite interesting, the restriction on us is this, that only one agent and one buyer can be in the property at any one time. So that means if we had a couple looking to come and have a look at a property, that means that we can only take one person in, and then the second person will actually have to wait outside of the home for us to then finish that appointment, and then the next person will come in. A little bit more work for us, but it isn't actually slowing us down whatsoever. July's already off to a really strong start. Our agency's actually done a number of sales already, and what we're noticing is that the buyer pool out there seems to be a little bit more free or available to actually look at properties. So we as an agency are actually booked out for probably 6 days a week, anywhere between sort of 9 and sort of well after work hours, just to show properties to people who are really keen to obviously still buy and also get into the marketplace. So what I'll do is I'll look forward to catching up with you at the end of July to let you know how this lockdown has affected our numbers. That's it from me. Bye for now. I'm Daniel Patterson. Thanks very much for tuning in. I look forward to catching up with you next month.